ది బ్లాక్స్ దానికి ఏం సమాధానం అనేది కూడా మనం రాసుకుంటే బాగుండేది. దెన్ కమ్స్ మేక్ అ టైమ్ లైన్. ఏది ఒక విషయం చేయాలంటే మనకు ఒక టైం ఫ్రేమ్ ఉండాలి, అదర్వైజ్ వీ వోంట్ బి ఫోకస్డ్. ఒక విషయం మనం ఫోకస్డ్గా చేయాలంటే స్టార్టింగ్ పాయింట్ అండ్ ఎండింగ్ పాయింట్ మనం దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుంటే బాగా చక్కగా దాంట్లో ఫోకస్ చేసి కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది అండ్ విల్ బీ ఏబుల్ టు ఫినిష్ ఇట్ మోర్ ఎఫిషియెంట్లీ. దెన్ బిల్డ్ అ సపోర్ట్ సిస్టమ్. వీఆర్ నాట్ అలోన్, సో వీ నీడ్ పీపుల్ టు హెల్ప్ అస్. ఏదైనా ఒక విషయం మనకు తెలీదు లేకుంటే కావాలి అని అనిపించేటప్పుడు you should know whom to approach, because that is very important. We need people who can help us to achieve our goal. So build a support system. Then review and if necessary, revise your plan. Once you achieve it, then we celebrate. This is what we learned about setting up our personal goals. ఇవన్నీ చేయాలంటే చాలా ముఖ్యమైన విషయం ఏందని చూస్తే సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు బిల్డ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్. ఈ సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బిల్డ్ చేయాలంటే వీ నీడ్ 3 ఇంపార్టెంట్ లెగ్స్. దట్స్ వై వీ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ 3-legged stool. సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బిల్డ్ చేయాలంటే దీస్ 3 points హ్యాస్ టు బి డెఫినెట్లీ క్యారీడ్ ఫార్వర్డ్. దీంట్లో ఒక విషయం తక్కువ అయినా కూడా సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అఫెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. సో ఆ సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బిల్డ్ చేయాలంటే మనకి ఏం విషయాలు కావాలి అని చూస్తే డెవలపింగ్ స్కిల్స్. అంటే మనలో ఒక కొత్త స్కిల్, నేను బెటర్ అయ్యేకి నాకు ఏమి స్కిల్ నేను నేర్చుకోవాలి అనేది మనం తెలుసుకొని దానికోసం ప్రయత్నం చేసేది. దట్ ఈస్ డెవలపింగ్ స్కిల్స్. దెన్ రెస్పెక్టింగ్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ అదర్స్. అండ్ దెన్ యాక్టింగ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ. మన చేసే విషయానికి మనమే రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ అనే ఆ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ తీసుకోవడం. So these 3 things helps us to build self-confidence. Ability to develop a skill, respecting self and others, and taking responsibility for our own action. Ila cheste definitely this tool, that is these 3-legged stool, will help us to reach our success with self-confidence. To be a better person, you are judged the way you talk to people, behave with people, and how you are interacting with the people. That is called communication. Communication is a very big subject. But our communication బాగా మనం పెంచుకోవాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ముఖ్యమైన విషయం మనకేం తెలియాలంటే how to be a good listener. All great people, they all are great because they listen carefully. They know the art of listening. So manam kuda ee art of listening ni నేర్చుకోవాలి. Now what is meant by this art of listening? Attend to the speaker, recognize the speaker's point of view, take time to ask and comment. Now attend to the speaker ante enti? Make the speaker the center of attention. ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారో వాళ్ళని మనం గమనించాలి. గమనించడం అంటే పూర్తిగా గమనించాలి. ఎక్కడో చూసుకొని లేకుంటే వేరే ఏదైనా విషయం చేసుకొని వినడం కాదు. ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారో గివ్ యూ అ కంప్లీట్ ఫోకస్, పాజిటివ్ బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్ అండ్ ఐ కాంటాక్ట్ ఉండాలి. Be sure not to read text or look around while the speaker is talking. Then recognize the speaker's point of view. మనకు తెలిసిన విషయం అయినా కూడా మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు వాళ్ళ దృష్టిలో నుంచి వాళ్ళు ఏం పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు అనేది మనం గమనించాలి. మేబీ యూ విల్ గెట్ సమ్ న్యూ పాయింట్స్ టు లెర్న్. సో మనకు తెలిసిన విషయం అనేసి దానికి కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఇవ్వకుండా ఉండడం, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అ గుడ్ హ్యాబిట్. సో యూ మస్ట్ ఎన్ష్యూర్ that see the situation from the speaker's point of view. Listen for what is said and how it is said. Stay open to different and valid perspective, needs, feelings, values and experiences. Avoid judgments. అంటే ఒక విషయం మనకు తెలిసిన విషయం ఎవరో మాట్లాడుతున్నారంటే, నాకు తెలుసులే, తనకేం రాదులే, హీ ఆర్ షీ వోంట్ సే ఇట్ ప్రాపర్లీ అని ఒక ప్రీ జడ్జ్మెంట్తో ఉండకుండా, whatever people are talking, when they are respecting you, when they are talking to you, you should also show the same respect and concern. So check for understanding by paraphrasing what you think or you hear. That means paraphrasing ante repeating what the other person is saying, so that you know whether you have understood it properly or not. Then take time to ask and comment. Suppose you have some doubts, you want to clarify something, allow them to complete, and then you can ask them for clarification. This is with respect to art of listening. Now next is stepping up to good decisions. Stepping up to good decisions ante decision making is very very important. Give me a fish, I will eat today. Teach me to fish, I will eat for a lifetime. One person is known as an independent person only when he or she is able to make their own decision. You are in the adolescent age. Till now, you were listening to your parents and teachers and elders who were guiding you because you were not matured enough to make your own decisions. But now that you people have entered into the adolescent age, it is very important that you learn to make responsible decisions. Now, there are 6 steps to make this decision. Identify the decision to be made. Point 2, think about the options. Point 3, predict. ఈ ఆప్షన్స్లో నుంచి ఒక్కొక్క ఆప్షన్కి what are the best, what are the negatives, what are the positives, and what are the negatives. So when you choose from what you have already predicted, the more of positive will help you to arrive at a good decision. Then do means apply that and then see what is the result. If the result is okay, good. If not, rethink. Go back to step 3. See what are the other options you have and then select from that and then start applying it. So this is how you learn to make responsible decision. Now, what are the other important aspects that we need to keep in mind? Step 1, identify the decision to be made. ఫస్ట్ దేనికోసం డిసిషన్ తీసుకోవాలా అనేది మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. దెన్ స్టెప్ 2 ఇస్ థింక్ అబౌట్ ది ఆప్షన్స్. ఆ ఆప్షన్స్లో ఏదైనా ట్రబుల్సమ్గా ఉందా లేదా అనేది మనం చూసుకోవాలి. మనకు మాత్రం కాదు, మిగతా వాళ్ళకు కూడా. బికాస్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు హర్ట్ సంబడి, యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ ఇన్ టు ట్రబుల్. సో యు నీడ్ టు చెక్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అగైన్స్ట్ ద లా ఆఫ్ స్కూల్ ఆర్ ఫ్యామిలీ or teaching of any religion. Is it harmful? Whether it will disappoint your family or elders? Is it wrong to do? Would I be hurting or upsetting someone? ఈ విషయాలన్నీ మనం దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని then you predict the consequences of each positive option. అదే నేను ముందు చెప్పినట్టు ఒక్కొక్క నిర్ణయం మీరు తీసుకోవాలా అని అనుకోవడం, దాంట్లో హౌ మెనీ పాజిటివ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, హౌ మెనీ నెగటివ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ అనేది మీరు చూసుకుంటే, దాంట్లో పాజిటివ్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్న దాన్ని చూస్ చేసి దెన్ యూ డిసైడ్ అండ్ దెన్ యూ ఫాలో ద స్టెప్. దెన్ వీ లెర్న్డ్ అబౌట్ సర్వీస్ లెర్నింగ్. We are all human beings. We are all help seekers. So we need to provide help. Now, the difference between help and service manam detailed ga chusam. When you are serving, that means you don't expect anything in return. So Service can be started from home because you are all small children, adolescent children. So don't do big things which involve lot of money because you are not earning. You have to ask your parents. But you can do small things with the guidance of elders. You can take the help of your teachers, or in case your parents are planning to do some service, you can join with them, but never do it alone and never talk to strangers. If you want to help a stranger, ensure that you talk to elders at home or whoever you can trust. You can tell them and then take it forward. Now, 4 steps to service learning. Step 1, preparation. You need to identify what is the need, then decide, and then plan. Now you have to take an action and start applying whatever project you have planned, and then see the reflection. Reflection ante dani outcome ఏంటనేది చూడడం, దాన్ని evaluate చేయడం. And once you have completed the project and you have really helped the needy person with your service, then you can celebrate. Next most important aspect is managing emotions. We are all human beings. We are all bound to get affected by different kinds of emotions. So here I have put some emotions. Sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you are angry, sometimes sad, sometimes embarrassed, sometimes you feel proud, disappointed. Ila, there are so many kinds of emotions. Now, when this emotion is not properly understood, then this can lead to dangerous outcomes. So it is very important to understand that feelings are different from thoughts. Now, it is a mental and physical reaction we have to the world around us and to our own thoughts, which is called feeling. Feeling is related to the emotion you are carrying. Now, what is thinking? Thinking means it is related to your thoughts. The way you form the ideas, opinions, and how do you reflect for that, and how do you come to a conclusion, దాని గురించి మనం ఏం ఆలోచించుకుంటున్నాం, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ వీఆర్ థింకింగ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్, వీఆర్ ప్లానింగ్ టు డూ అబౌట్ ఇట్, ఇవన్నీ మన కాగ్నిటివ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అనమాట. అంటే థింకింగ్ ప్రాసెస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు యువర్ థాట్స్. సో now when your thoughts are positive, you will get a positive emotion, so your action will also be positive. Positive ante harmless. It won't be harmful to you, it won't be harmful to the other person also. But suppose you carry a negative thought, then your emotions will also be negative, and your action will also show the same amount of negativity. For example, suppose your friend used some bad words on you. Now, if your thought is that you want to hit him, you hate him, so you want to hit him for him using bad word on you. Now, what will be your emotion? You will be sad and also angry. Now, what will you do when you see him? You will immediately go and punch him on his face, isn't it? So, it happens because your thoughts influences your emotions. It affects your emotions. Because of that, your feelings are affected. And because your feelings are affected, your action also falls as a negative one. Now, we saw a couple of examples. We also saw how to overcome our negative emotions. We also checked, in case we want to change our negative emotions into positive emotion, we need to practice some habits. We need to work on our habits so that over a period of time, we can overcome this negative behavior. For example, suppose you are an angry person. You always get angry. You are short-tempered. Now, what can you do? how to manage your anger. ముందు దేని వల్ల మనకి ఇంత కోపం వస్తుంది అనేది మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకోవాలి. Maybe you may not like some sound, or you may not like somebody saying something, or you may not like some person. It can be anything. So first you try to identify that. Identify the trigger and the warning sign. దీని గురించి you talk to some responsible elderly person whom you can trust. It can be your parents, it can be your teacher or your relative whom you can rely upon. If nobody is around, try to take a long deep breathing. So it relaxes your muscles. That will bring down your anger. Or what you can do, you can just take a walk or do some exercises. If nothing works, you can just walk away from that person because of whom you get angry. Now, once you start doing this, that will help you to reframe your thinking process. Then we also saw how to communicate with what, why, and how messages. This we saw in detail in our previous classes. We also discussed about all the positive statements. In case of a negative environment, negative thought, and negative emotions, if you are able to recollect all these positive points, at least one statement of this positive statements, then that will help you to control your emotions. Next, we saw the most interesting part, that is peer relationship. Adolescent children love to spend more time with their friends, isn't it? You all love to spend time with your friends, talk to your friends, go out and play with your friends, isn't it? If parents are near you and friends are near you, whom do you like to spend more time? Definitely your friends, isn't it? So peer relationship is very, very important. But at the same time, you should also know what kind of a friend you are having. That is very, very important. Now, a peer relationship is someone of your own age who you have chosen to associate with. Peer groups are an important influence throughout one's life, but they are more critical during the developmental years of childhood and adolescence. Why is it very critical? Because adolescent age lo manam munde chusamu, there is abundance of energy flow. మనకు అన్ని విషయాల్ని ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేయాలి, ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేయాలి అని అనిపిస్తుంది. అది పాజిటివా నెగటివా అనేది దాటి you always want to explore. So sometimes, or most of the times, you have more chances to take a wrong decision or a wrong move or select a wrong friend. So it is very important that you understand the importance of having good friend. Now, there are different types of friends. You have casual friends, close friends, bossy friends. They are, so you have to identify whether your friend has got a negative sign of friendship or a positive side of friendship. Now, whom do we call as bossy friend? A person who orders you. Hey, no idi chey, adi chey, nu po idi chey, lekunte you can't be my friend. నేను పిలిచినప్పుడు రావాలి, నేను చెప్పిన మాట వినాలి, నేను చేసే పని నిన్ను చేయమంటే అది చేయాలి అని they keep ordering you. They are called bossy friends. They can't be a good friend because you don't feel comfortable with such people. Now, method of peer socialization. Same thing, నేను చెప్పినదే. Let me ride the bicycle or else you can't come over anymore. నీ సైకిల్, you must have bought a new cycle. నీకు ఎవ్వరికి ఇవ్వాలి అని ఇంటెన్షన్ ఉండదు. But your friend may force you. You give me that, and he can even drive it very rashly and break it also. But if you don't give him, he will shout at you. He will scold you. He will ask you not to come to their group. It is better to avoid such friends. They are not going to bring any goodness to you. They will be only troubling you. So, how to avoid? Suppose you have such bossy friends with you. how to come out of such a relationship. So I had given you an exercise how to assess your relationship. Make a list of friendship in your life. Circle the names of those who are positive. For the remainder, assess the circle those who are positive. Cross off those who are negative. Focus on the one who are circled, because circled are positive friends. Now let go or reduce contact. Circle lo lene valni you have to avoid. So you cannot abruptly avoid them. Slowly you can come out of that. Then if you see, you will have the best friends. And the most importantly, sometimes your friends may force you to do some negative things. Alantappudu, ask will help you to overcome the situation. You should ask questions, stand up for yourself, and know your positive options. ఇవి కూడా మనం చాలా డీటెయిల్డ్గా చూసాం. Then suppose you have some misunderstanding with your friends. This solved formula will help you to overcome the misunderstanding between two good positive friends. Suppose you have a very close friend and he or she is a very good person. Because of some misunderstanding, you people fought. You are not talking to each other, but you like each other. But because of some issue, you both are not talking. Now, using this solved program, you can definitely get back your friends. Next is, when I said peer relationship is important, family relationship is also very, very important, because parents are the only people who will never think bad for us. Teachers and parents are the only people who will never think bad for us. But we always fight with them and we hate them, but they will never hate us. Whatever they tell us is for your own good, for your better life, and for your bright future. So, now how to strengthen our family relationship? We also discussed what are the different types of families and how they help us, and how is it important to have a good family relationship, because members of a family affect one another economically, socially, and in some ways physically. The family plays a critical role in the healthy growth and development of the individual. They help us to meet basic and emotional needs. They also instill values and religious belief. Instill ante manalo manaku nerpichadam. So we always believe that these are all our family values, these are all our family culture. So you can take it forward to your children and to the next generation. The main thing that helps us to strengthen the family relationship is honesty and forgiveness. Honesty. Honesty ante you should never hide anything from your parents, because your parents will definitely come for your rescue when you are having a trouble. So never try to hide anything from your parents. So honesty as well as communication provides a strong base for healthy relationship. It allows an individual to develop a sense of credibility and thus respected. Forgiveness allows one to unburden themselves of negative behavior. So, by demonstrating care and love, by showing support, demonstrating trust, expressing commitment, being responsible, spending time together, respecting everybody at home, working together, and being sensitive about each one's need, we can definitely strengthen the family values. And family values has got 4 quadrants. It has a quadrant and it has 4 points. Love and respect, good communication and honesty, sharing and understanding other man's needs. No family is perfect. We argue, we fight, we even stop talking to each other at times. But in the end, family is family. We always love each other. ఎంత కోపం ఉన్నా కూడా అమ్మ నాన్న ప్రేమ is always there for you. Same way, you should also share the same amount of love and respect for them. Then I had also given you these questions for you to interact with your parents. Then we saw how to make your learning goals. Now, today's most important topic, I had also told you in the previous class to ask your parents also to attend this. Anyways, whoever are there, if parents are there, please be a part of this. Making healthy choices. Adolescent age is a very, very crucial age. Children are suddenly exposed to so many things. As such, because we have provided them with laptops and mobile phones, they have every chance to go into unreliable sites and see unwanted things. But what is being more exposed is about making healthy choices like smoking, drinking, and usage of drugs. Now, life quotes, which as parents, if you learn and if you can explain it to your children, it will help them to make healthy choices. We shape our tomorrow by what we think and add today. It is not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it. Basic to everything is health. మనం పిల్లోళ్ళకు ఎప్పుడు ముఖ్యమైన విషయం ఏది నేర్పించాలంటే నాట్ టు టీచ్ దెమ్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ మనీ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. టు మేక్ మనీ దే హ్యావ్ టు అకాడమికలీ grow well, develop skill, knowledge wise, become very rich. All that you must teach them. But money alone is not everything. Health is more important. What is the use if there is no health and all the money earned they keep spending to the hospitals because of bad habits? So, as parents, it is our responsibility to teach our children that health is everything and take care of their body as it is the instrument of life. It is easier to stay out than get out. So, never, even for fun, even for just to understand how it feels, you should never get into any type of bad habits. The only person who can stand in your way is you. Others can stop you temporarily. You are the only one who can do it permanently. Now, why should we make healthy choices? దేనికోసం చేయాలి? స్మోకింగ్, డ్రింకింగ్ అండ్ టేకింగ్ డ్రగ్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కువైనాయి. ఈవెన్ ఇన్ మూవీస్, ఈవెన్ దో దే పుట్ స్మోకింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇంజూరియస్ టు హెల్త్, డ్రింకింగ్ ఈజ్ హార్మ్ఫుల్ అన్నీ వేసినా కూడా అందరూ దే యూజ్ ఇట్. వై? It is very bad. But this generation, you children, can bring this change in this world. You can completely transform the practice of people having such bad habits. Now, ఏది చెడ్డ ప్రాక్టీస్ లేనప్పుడు కూడా we get health problems kada. People may not smoke, people may not drink. Even then, because of wrong food habits, we get BP, blood pressure, sugar, avanni vastundi kada. No need to smoke or drink, but even without that, because of heavy stress, no exercise, bad food habits, eating lot of junk foods, untimely food, sleeplessness, ఇవన్నీ చెడ్డ హ్యాబిట్స్ కాబట్టి దానివల్ల ఈవెన్ వితౌట్ స్మోకింగ్ అండ్ డ్రింకింగ్ we get hypertension, that is blood pressure. Because of hypertension, there is every possibility to get stroke, blindness, heart attack, heart failure, kidney failure, ఇవన్నీ possibilities ఎక్కువ ఉంది. Same way diabetics also. Sugar antam kada. So if there is a fluctuation in sugar, what happens? We get eye problem, again stroke, heart problem, diabetic food, nephropathy, and reduced blood flow and neurological problems also we get. So even without drinking or smoking, when our body is exposed to such dangerous diseases like blood pressure and sugar, imagine if people are smoking and drinking, their health can become. We say that drinking aerated drinks itself is dangerous. అంటే ఈ కోక్, పెప్సీ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా, థమ్స్ అప్, స్ప్రైట్ ఇవన్నీ. We all feel happy while drinking, but they are totally harmful. Manam enno videos chusam kada, they use it to clean the toilets. It kills all the bacteria. So, and if it is happening like that, imagine what it can do to our intestine. Even drinking that is very harmful. Okay, sometimes we can occasionally have, what we can have some fruit juices or low sugary drinks. Even that is not good. You can't have it always. Once in a month or so you can have that, but aerated drinks you should never have. That is why red light is put to that. Next is yellow light. Occasionally you can have, but you must drink lot of water and skimmed milk, which are very good for your health. So children, say no to smoking. మనం ఇప్పుడు చూసాం కదా, స్మోకింగ్ హ్యాబిట్ లేనప్పుడు కూడా మనకు బ్లడ్ ప్రెషర్, మరి డయాబెటిక్స్ ఇవన్నీ వస్తున్నాయి. దేనివల్ల వస్తున్నాయి? స్ట్రెస్ వల్ల. నౌ యూ ఆల్ హ్యావ్ లెర్న్డ్ హౌ టు మేనేజ్ యువర్ ఎమోషన్స్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ మనం నేర్చుకున్నాం కాబట్టి we will not feel stressed. We know how to change our thought process. We know how to handle our thoughts, how to handle our emotions, and how to behave అనేది మనకు తెలుసు. Then we know the importance of taking healthy food. So if you have good food, nutritious food, lot of vegetables, and drink lot of water, timely sleep, exercises, stress-free life, then our life will be very healthy and we can live happily. But if we don't take care of our health, then we will get into blood pressure and sugar. దాని వల్ల ఏమేం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తుంది అనేది కూడా మనం చూసాం. Now let's see what happens. Why am I saying no to smoking? మన అందరికీ తెలుసు స్మోకింగ్ ఇస్ అబ్సల్యూట్లీ బ్యాడ్ అనేది మనకు తెలుసు. బట్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ అనేది చూడండి. ఫస్ట్ when we are taking it for the first time, we think it is good, but it affects like how blood pressure and sugar affects. Worse than that, smoking affects. It affects our lungs. It gives so much of problems to our health. So not only for the person smoking, but it affects even the passive smokers. Passive smoking ante enti? It occurs when a person who is not smoking breathes in the smoke from people who are smoking. సో ప్యాసివ్ స్మోకర్స్ అంటే, ఇప్పుడు మీరందరూ చూసింటారు పబ్లిక్ ప్లేసెస్లో స్మోకింగ్ ఇస్ నాట్ అలౌడ్, డు నాట్ స్మోక్ అంటాం. ఇంట్లో కూడా పెద్దోళ్ళు ఉంటే, ప్రెగ్నెంట్ లేడీస్ ఉంటే, లేకుంటే చిన్న పిల్లోళ్ళు ఉంటే, ఇంట్లో ఉన్న పెద్దోళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు అరుస్తారు, డోంట్ స్మోక్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ చిల్డ్రన్. ఎందుకంటే it is as bad as the person who is smoking. The air, the smoke, what he leaves out If we breathe that, even our lungs get affected. We may get tuberculosis, we will get lungs cancer. So inni problems unnai. So smoking is very bad. It is not only bad for the person smoking, but it is also bad for the person who is smoking that, breathing that same smoke. So, children, whenever you see somebody smoking, you have every right to tell them not to smoke because you're there. And if everybody understands this, that more than the person smoking, passive smokers are going to be affected a lot, you should ensure that you stop people from smoking. Not only that, you should never ever pick up that habit, because now you know what are the negatives of smoking. So passive smoking can irritate the eyes and nose and cause a number of health problems such as heart disease and lungs cancer. Tobacco smoke is especially harmful to babies and young children. So, it is very, very important that you don't pick up smoking. Smoking has got lots and lots of 100% negative impact on the person who is smoking, as well as the person who is passively smoking it. Oh, just one moment. I will open the. Just 1 minute, children. I think it got cut.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So, the effects that may experience after smoking, ఈ స్మోక్ వల్ల బాడీలో ఏమేం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మనకు ఉంటాయి అనేది చూస్తాం. రిడక్షన్ ఇన్ యాక్టివిటీ ఆఫ్ బ్రెయిన్ అండ్ నర్వస్ సిస్టమ్. ఇట్ అఫెక్ట్స్ అవర్ నర్వస్ సిస్టమ్. అందుకే ఎక్కువ స్మోక్ చేసే వాళ్ళని చూస్తే వాళ్ళు హ్యాండ్స్ అండ్ లెగ్స్ కాంపుతాయి, అలాగే ఇట్ కీప్స్ షేకింగ్. ఇంక్రీస్డ్ బ్లడ్ ప్రెషర్ అండ్ హార్ట్ రేట్. Then what happens? There won't be enough blood flow to your fingers and toes. అందుకే వాళ్ళకు they won't be able to stand properly. They will be shaking. They need a support. Then their skin becomes very dark. They always have a bad breath. వాళ్ళకు అపిటైట్ కూడా ఉండదు. అంటే దే డోంట్ ఫీల్ లైక్ ఈటింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్. ఎప్పుడు ఒక డిజీనెస్ ఉంటుంది, వామిటింగ్ ఉంటుంది, స్టమక్లో క్రాంప్స్ అంటాము, స్టమక్ పట్టుకొని పోతుంది అలాగే. దెన్ దే ఆల్వేస్ ఫీల్ వామిటింగ్, ఎప్పుడు హెడేక్ ఉంటుంది, దే ఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ రెస్ట్లెస్ అండ్ ఇరిటేటెడ్. కాఫింగ్ ఉంటుంది, దానివల్ల ఒక ఇరిటేషన్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూస్తే దానివల్ల ఒక్క మంచి విషయం కూడా లేదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ డూయింగ్ మోర్ హార్మ్. నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్, ఇట్ ఫర్ ప్యాసివ్ స్మోకర్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈవెన్ మోర్ డేంజరస్. ఇప్పుడు తాగే వాళ్ళని మనం అడిగితే వాళ్ళు ఏమి సమాధానం ఇస్తారంటే ఒక సిల్లీ రీజన్స్ చెప్తారు. సో దే విల్ ఆల్సో ట్రై టు ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ యూ పీపుల్. మిమ్మల్ని కూడా ఇలా చెప్పి ఆ చెడ్డ అలవాటుకు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేకి మిమ్మల్ని కూడా దొబ్బుతారు. బట్ నెవర్ బిలీవ్ దెమ్. సిల్లీ రీజన్స్ ఏమిస్తారు? ఇట్ లుక్స్ కూల్, It acts older. I feel like I am an elderly person. It helps to lose weight, seems tough, or feel independent. ఇవన్నీ చెప్తారు. Actually, only weak people, especially those who lack self-confidence and who cannot handle stress, వాళ్ళే ఇలాగ చెడ్డ అలవాటకు వాళ్ళు దే విల్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు ఆల్ దీస్ బ్యాడ్ హ్యాబిట్స్. ఒక కాన్ఫిడెంట్ పర్సన్, ఒక గుడ్ క్యారెక్టర్డ్ పర్సన్ will never go in for such bad things. And you people have learned how to be self-confident. You people have also learned what are the importance of being healthy and what are the bad effects of smoking. ఇవన్నీ మీరు తెలుసుకున్నారు కాబట్టి whoever comes and tells you, మీకు peer pressure కూడా ఉంటుంది. And now you know who are all good friends, who are all bad friends అనేది కూడా మీకు తెలుసు ఇప్పుడు. So you know all the importance of how to lead a happy life. So if somebody forces you for such bad habits, say no to them strongly. With this, I end today's class. We will see in the next class about how to say no to alcohol.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Meeku edanna doubts unte you can ask me.
Ma'am? Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, can you be little louder, ma?
Ma'am, is it okay now?
Yes.
Ma'am, some members will smoke, no, ma'am. If we say also they will not listen, then what should we do, ma'am? Ma'am, some members will smoke, no, ma'am. If they will not listen also, what should we do?
You should tell your parents where is it happening. Suppose it is happening in your school, you can tell your teachers or the management people. Suppose you are in a theater, you will be with your elders, so you can tell your elders. You are all small children, never talk to strangers. You can tell to your parents or some responsible person who can help you.
Ma'am, but if we say also, they will quarrel with us, no, ma'am. We are our parents. Why are you got the right to have to say?
But you can come out of that place, no? You don't be with such people. You just come out of that place. And now you have learned so many things about the ill effects of smoking. When they are in good mood, if they are your close relative, explain to them. They will feel happy that you know so much, and maybe they will listen to you also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Dr. Ajit, can we close the session?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you, children. We'll meet tomorrow.